Hi there, good afternoon. Today I want to talk a little bit about the dualistic nature of our reality, shamanism, sorcery, and the overall idea of magic. A lot of us have been raised in religious institutions in which we're told that magic, whether white or dark, is something to be weary of and not ever to practice, right? And so we have actually put ourselves into limiting boxes of what we believe is possible, what we should or shouldn't do with our own energy. What most people don't realize is that we're using magic all the time. Magic is really the manipulation and the working with energy, the energies of our own internal worlds and also the energy around us. And so when we have certain thoughts and feelings, we are actually projecting energy. If you have a negative thought about somebody, let's say somebody has annoyed you or somebody got a promotion over you, and automatically you have this reaction of envy or jealousy. This can happen, and then you start to think about this person. You're actually performing magic because your thoughts have frequency, and our emotions have frequency, and our words have frequency. So, whether your thoughts are positive or negative, they are still producing an energy. And when you think about somebody in a negative or positive way, you are projecting and sending that energy to that person. So this is often why breakups can be so traumatic, because you have two people who are, if they're not doing it in a friendly way, of course, they're unknowingly sending psychic attacks to each other through negative thoughts, negative desires. Oh, I hope that he is ruined, or she, or whatever. I hope that she experiences exactly what she did to me. These are magical spells that we are conjuring without being aware that we're doing it. And I think this is one of the biggest problems that we face in our world right now, is the ignorance of the common public and how they are directing their energies and utilizing their magic without realizing it. So I think it's incredibly important for us all to begin to learn and understand without fear what magic really is. And I believe that when you become a person who is highly trained in magic, you are just basically a person who has learned how to use your mind in balance with your emotional body and your physical body. So everything becomes this wonderful cohesive mixture. And so when you become what we classify as a witch or a shaman, these are different terms, and I'll explain in a second why. It's usually we're referring to somebody who has mastered or is in the process of mastering their own energy or the energies around them, bringing them into cohesion and balance. So the differences between sorcery and shamanism, because there is a difference, and I know that a lot of people like to clump them together and say that all magic is negative and bad, but magic really is a tool, and it depends on the individual or individuals using it and where they're directing that energy, if it's going to be negative or positive. So sorcery is the utilization of magic and energy to meet one's own personal desires. Okay, so this can be creating love spells because you want to have a woman or a man fall in love with you. This can be considered sorcery because you're not allowing for the divine flowering of the relationship that's perfect for you. A lot of times people get attached or obsessed with one person, and if that person's not returning the same sentiments, if somebody knows how to utilize magical spells, they can do this with somebody and impact how that person feels. But it's doing it in a way of control. So sorcery is about controlling others through energy manipulation and magic. And this is why we call often the people who run Hollywood sorcerers, because they are conjuring up media, film, and TV shows with an agenda. And they are trying to capture as many human minds as possible. So sorcerers use their own knowledge of the human psyche and the human ego in order to get what they want from us. Okay, our egos always want to identify with something, and whether that be a nation, I'm American, or I don't know, just name something, whatever country, and then you feel identified with that so strongly. Well, unfortunately, that's another ego trap. Whatever we identify with strongly and we can't budge on that identity, we have been trapped by our own ego. And the sorcerers of the world understand this and manipulate this. And so they're really always trying to promote division, separatism. And this now has come in the guise of wokeness or woke politics, where everybody wants to suddenly be an activist. But it's insane, because even though they are saying they're liberal or for the left, they are not inclusive, you understand? So it's been interesting to have conversations with people who aren't recognizing that just because they think they're liberal, they're actually still judging a huge amount of people, a huge group of people. And we are all human beings, and we're all suffering from the same issues and problems. But when we stick our heels in the ground and say, I'm not budging, I'm never going to like this politician, I hate this politician, this is energy work, this is magic that's being done. And this is being done in a not helpful way. Whenever we project hate or anger towards one person or a group of people, we are using sorcery. Okay, so sorcery basically, again, is utilizing our thoughts, emotions, and actions, which is magic, because magic's just energy manipulation and energy work. But when we use that and direct our thoughts in hateful ways, that's when the ego comes into play, and that's when we are dealing with sorcery. Shamanism, on the other hand, is utilizing energy and magic for healing. Okay, and I'm not trying to say one is good and one is bad, because then I'd be stuck in the trap of duality again. I'm just trying to identify the differences. A shaman, the term for this is wounded healer. So usually shamans, and in the past, have been individuals that have been maybe even classified as mystics. And a mystic is somebody who wants to find the quickest way back home to God, to source, to infinite spirit, whatever term you want to use. But so usually shamans are mystics. They want to find their quickest way back to God. They've gone through incredible struggle, maybe health problems, cancer, addiction, like in my case, homelessness, but they have used their own beliefs, their own energy to heal themselves, and now they want to pass on that healing to others. So this is why it's called the wounded healer, which is also known as cryon in astrology. And so we have the difference here of shamans who want to utilize energy and magic to heal themselves first, and then to pass on that healing to others. And we have sorcerers who want to utilize magic for their own spells and their own individual egoic desires. And we have this world of duality around us that likes to classify that one is negative and one is positive. That's not really the case. This is all this matrix of black and white, old and young, pretty, ugly. It's all these binaries and dualities. And so that keeps us stuck and separate. If we're able to see that magic is a tool, and that the individual using it is the one that can cause it to be negative or positive, then that's going to give us more empowerment when we want to start to utilize our own magic. We should not fear magic. Magic is a tool that we all need to learn about, because it's all about connecting thought and emotion and action to hopefully heal ourselves and Mother Earth. So I hope that everybody begins to learn more and more about their own powers, about what they're capable of, and then to express that in loving, beautiful, healing ways. Have a great day. I love you. I love you. I love you. All of you.